This week I've been absolutely getting cooked with sickness, but now I at least have a sword and I figured a lot of stuff out in the agency. So let's get fucking cooking. Also, if you know Skool stuff, then I'm going to touch a lot of stuff on that, so it's not just me yapping about my own thing. Check out this production quality, by the way. Oh my god. Anyway, so YouTube comment Q&A, stats, so like the YouTube, how I'm doing, how I got cooked, and then what I cooked. And then let me know if you guys have any other ideas for how these could be actually useful every week. In terms of the YouTube Q&A, completely forgot to pull it up, but here it is. So, Mr. Miles asks, it's dope, love the agency, you're talking about outbound or inbound / running ads, thoughts on outbound, have a crazy offer statement, and just rip DMs out instantly, cold email. Not saying you should do that, just curious about your thought process. So, I think outbound works just like everything else. I like running the Skool community right now because I think it gives me a sense of like status. Not just passive status. Yeah, I'm just doing it for my own ego, you know. No, but I think it gives like a sense of authority, especially as it grows, right? And I think Skool will also just send me leads after a certain amount of time. And I can also just spend money on ads because my friend knows ads. And I'm doing like a very weird thing where when they hop on the sales call with me, I will either sell them on my thing, a cohort with me and my friend, or his ads, right? And since my friend knows ads, it just makes sense to use the resource and run ads, especially since we're gonna split ad costs. This is so weird talking to a camera, by the way. Like now that it's here, we're gonna split ad costs, and yeah, I think. And he's gonna do all the ads, so it's like I deal with everything else on the sales side, right? It's like the exact same thing we would do in cohorts. So it's like almost like there's just so many advantages to that. And I still think I'm gonna do outbound quite a bit right now because I'm not just gonna sit on my ass and wait till these ads pour in. And I think it's not like we can spend, I don't know, a fucking couple K on ads because we don't have the process exactly dialed in yet. So I would rather get the process dialed in right now, and then after all of that, and eventually transition to inbound only, right? But for now, I'm probably going to do outbound. I'm probably going to do the rule of 300, so or something similar, which is 100 minutes of content like this, and then 100 minutes of outreach. Outreach for me is going to be finding leads, which I could do admin through action for, which is essentially spending a lot of time with the community, building a relationship, basically showing them that I know my shit, and them kind of giving me a role. And then the 100 minutes of so there's going to be 100 minutes of finding leads to do that with and outreach, and then there's going to be 100 minutes of admin through action, so me actually doing stuff for the community. My brain went blank. I can't be fucked editing these yet, so it is what it is. Alright, let's get to some fucking stats, brother. So, stats are pretty good. This is actually my first time checking this. It's 46% since last week. My watch time went down, which is surprising. Get us up though. I'm almost at 40 subs, bro. Oh my god, isn't that crazy? Is this camera too far away, by the way? Because I feel like, but I can't switch the camera depth. We don't have the technology for that yet, since it's a very big operation and team, of course. Anyway, so impressions went down. Honestly, I don't know what the fuck. Ooh, impression click-through rate though. So this has been going up for quite a bit, and also I think this is up. I know it's still extremely low, but this should go higher as the videos themselves increase. And then 500 or more. This should be 2.5K for this month. Actually, this month's total somehow came to be 6K total because like some refunds, some Skool ad stuff, some personal stuff. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if I should share finances with you guys. I actually don't mind, but I'm going to have to think about that. And Conversions is like, doesn't really matter because we haven't started any ads yet. So yeah, stats are looking good. I got cooked. So this week, sick as fuck, honestly. So it's mostly been chilling. And it's big camera. Big camera is scary. Maybe I should hold my sword. I'll feel more comfortable if I hold my sword. Anyway, so yeah, but it's basically just sick as fuck. But it taught me a lot because it kind of had me reflecting on things. Anyway, moving on swiftly. So what I cooked, the shit that actually matters, brother. So this week has been a big focus on basically the onboarding, everything on that side, so that we can get ready to run ads. And this is the about page, so classic stuff, just like some sort of promise, proof, and then plan, and then CTA, right? And one thing I'm trying to do from Homozy, which is in marketing, he always talks about having one main thing and then everything else linking to that thing. So one big thing right now is like knowing the next step to scaling, right? And then these are like kind of the things that help with that. So it's like the weekly hangouts, the community, the constant updates from me, the one-on-one constraint audit. Everything helps with the next step. I think that makes a lot of sense. And then if I go to the community itself, so I've been thinking a lot about how the process kind of works, and I think there should always be 3 things before, like in each stage, like always, which is meet the expectations of the last stage, set the expectation of the next stage, and I forgot the third one, but it's there. So it'd be like about ads, say, I don't know, like your Skool community owner, join this, right? And then those expectations have to be met, and then new expectations have to be set for the next thing. Oh yeah, CTA, obviously. That was the 3 things. So meet expectations of the last thing, set expectations of the next thing, CTA. Always has to be like a thing in the process, in the pipeline, I think. So how that works here is like, we're going to have the about page, and then there's the onboarding video in Skool. So if I go to plugins, I'm going to do a onboarding video here. I'm unsure if the onboarding video should also be included in the start here right now. I know a few people do that. And then meet some more expectations here, set new expectations here that I need to do more of, and then CTAs here. So I need to set some expectations here. And it goes to the classroom. And classroom right now, we're going to do some low ticket stuff. The low ticket stuff is purely because I want to build trust with people and be like, hey, I know my shit, bro. Buy more stuff from me. That's higher ticket. And how things are going to work is, if I go here, and if I go classroom, so these are going to be $297, and then this is going to be a private course. So if they book the constraint audit with me, then they get to unlock the private course. And the private course is going to be a setup of like the sales system, essentially. It's going to be better than what you just saw. So Launchpad is going to be the one-time services, like explaining what those are, constraint call reviews. And so the way I built this is, Homozy has a video about onboarding, and he talks about how onboarding is almost the same as closing. So it's like he uses the close it framework. He basically clarifies why they're there, labels them with a problem, overviews past experience, and sells notification. So I see the clarifying why they're there part as the onboarding video on the start here. And then if I go to the classroom, I see this part as also clarifying why they're there and labeling them with a problem. And then I see this part as overviewing past experience and selling them on the dream outcome. I haven't overviewed past experience here yet, but I need to figure that out. This isn't fully complete yet, but I'm also building in another framework in there, which is proof promise plan. So I have the proof here, and then I kind of mix the promise is like up there, and then the plan is like kind of shady right now, but I'm going to mix those in. And another thing is like, I know there's fucking 5 frameworks in one, but I think using all of them makes sense, right? Because the proof promise plan is purely to keep attention, because human attention works the same, whether it's in a YouTube video or if it's on here. And then I forgot the other frameworks. There's so fucking many. Oh yeah, the closer framework works because it's an onboarding. And then another one is the villain, values, and the hero. This is classic stuff, right? So how I've painted it is I wanted to drop out. I couldn't drop out because I didn't make enough money. And then I had to learn all of the school shit. But I don't want them to go through the entire journey, because most people that I'm targeting just want to do what they want, which is like the fucking what they love, right? So it's basically about me skipping that, helping them skip that stage. And I talk about Hormozy because Hormozy gives away all of his info for free. And I'm going to do something similar since I'm going to do a service business. And then I'm basically I'm walking through my own hero's journey and like trying to say that I'm kind of them. So dropping out isn't something most people are going to relate to, but like leaving their job is, right? And why am I doing this? Blah, blah, blah. And then billion values. I had to figure this part out. And then the second page is basically talking about different things around scaling and like my perspective on things. And then it's just booking the call. Cool. So that's that part. And then you gotta join the community. It's fun. Okay. And then what I cooked. Yeah, the onboarding and then stories. So big thing on stories was I watched this Tony Robbins, Alex Hormozy podcast, which I'm sure so many people have seen now. And Tony talks about stories a lot, and that's something I've been trying to get better at, because I feel like a lot of the stories I did have were against me. So the biggest example of that was I felt like a lot of the past, because I look at so many people, right, which is actually something I'm going to cut back on. And I'm like, oh my God, this person's so successful. They made $50 million in 2 years. And I'm like, fuck. And I think I'm stepping away from the story of, I wasted so much time, which is like, dude, I have learned so much in the past fucking 2 years. I sucked so much. Even if, I know I'm like mumbling now, but before, bro, it'd be like, you wouldn't even think I'm speaking English. It's like just one of the skills I've gotten better at. So it's like reframing those stories has been fucking huge. Anyway, that's it. Comment below some questions for next week, and also drop some fucking ideas for these fucking videos. Yes, great. And like how I could improve. Okay, that's pretty much it. I should do some fucking out. I don't want to hit my phone, but can it look cool? Wait a minute. That's kind of dope, no? Well, not dope that I'm threatening you, but yeah, actually subscribe, bro. And drop a like and a comment, or I'm gonna find you. And that's not gonna be pretty, you know.